So when we talk about a social credit score, Colonel, my concern is they're already halfway there. Am I
No,
wrong?
you're not wrong. You're absolutely right, and that's one of the things I tried to put out in that op-ed piece that I was just thinking about as I was driving down to Kenny County down the border this weekend. Because you're right, you already have this thing called the Corporate Equity Index, whereby the Human Rights Campaign, funded by George Soros, they have about 5 or 6 different evaluative criteria that they rank order these corporations and businesses on. And of course, you talked about BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, and what they do with this environmental social governance criteria that they're funneling a lot of our money into. Well, why couldn't they just go ahead and start looking at us and start saying, well, let's keep track of individuals? And if you remember, they were trying to track gun purchases, firearms purchases. They're looking at, tracking us as far as, the mileage that we are racking up in our cars. You just talked on off air about what they're doing in England. So they're already looking to see how they can eliminate people and rank order us as far as our climate change score or our LGBTQIA involvement. So we are being tracked as far as the social credit score, and they're looking at our purchases already.
Yeah, ultra low emission zones. That's what they call them in London. I was just talking to you, like you said, off air
Hmm.
about this. I was just reading about this. ULEZ. And it's in the heart of London, but on the 28th of this month, it's going to be all of Greater London. And if you have a car that doesn't meet the emission standards, it's not an ultra low emissions vehicle or whatever, you have to pay $15 a day or $15 every time you go into the city if you are running a company, for example, a delivery company, every time in and out. And let's be honest, Colonel, whole lot of folks on Capitol Hill with a D in front of their name think that would be a dandy idea, don't they?
Oh, absolutely so. And so let's think about it. The first place you may see something like that pop up is in a deep blue state like a California, a New York, or even a Washington state. So they will try to do a test run of these things, which they're already doing. And as a matter of fact, you already have certain banks and financial institutions that are telling certain people, because of the stance that you have, because of what you've done, I don't think that we want to do business with you and you should remove your accounts. Well, guess what happens with a centralized digital bank currency? All of a sudden, they freeze your assets. If they are going along with that centralized currency. And the next thing you know, you don't have access to your own funds because of what you're doing as far as your voting. Look what's happening in your state, in Michigan, where the Attorney General is bringing subpoenas and indicting people because they were alternate party electors. They weren't just
Yeah.
Democrat electors. So all of these things are happening now.